Hello, my name is Minkwarrior, and we're back playing Alone with You, I think. Oh no, I don't even know what I'm playing. Alone with You, a science fiction adventure, romantic fantasy adventure. Well, yeah, the title's over there. All right, so last episode we were going through the scanning process of looking for processing foods for our little guy here to consume. Now we found potatoes. 35%, we can't use that. We found some unknown plant. We don't want to risk it because it's only 5% viable. So let's continue and searching for foods which to munch on. Okay, so how about this one? Ooh. The lentil plant still looks fairly vibrant. The surface detail suggests it's mostly intact. Yes, the scan confirms it. Excellent find. That plant is 89% viable for processing. Yum, yum, yum. How did it survive? Alright, and... ooh, how about this one? This looks delicious. Green beans. Those green beans were once fast-growing and efficient, but they appear withered and dry now. Unfortunately, the scan confirms this. They're not even 7% viable for processing. Well, you know, maybe we can still eat it, I guess. Okay, so anything else? Okay, I think I've scanned all the rooms. Alright, we've checked that one. Alright, we've already been in that other wild cobble. The thick vines have really taken root there. You won't be able to get through those right now. Oh, God. What do we do now? I think we have all the... So the unknown plant type. Can't pass through here. Must be another room over here. No. This is bad. I'm not sure where to go next. The machine has timed out and requires a passcode. To unlock it, you want to enter a passcode. I mean, use the processing without say so. Warnings. Darn it. Okay, this is a puzzle now. Alright, so we processed it. What do you want now? We'll have to keep looking around. Maybe he's given us a clue about warnings? Okay, let's look at those notes again. I noticed that one of the words is a bit caps lock. Is that a clue? Okay. What the other notes? No, I can't interact with that. Where's the other note here? Potatoes, modified potatoes. See, now job. Oh, okay. Hey, I figured it out. I need a drink first, hang on. Okay, so... but we'll just try to complete the puzzle anyways. Okay, I figured it out. So one of the words says this, that other one says job, and this one has a caps lock that says sucks. Clever! Clever. I could actually use that as a password, but no. No. It's not good enough. It's not secured enough. Alright, so the password, huh? Okay. This job. There we go. Yeah, wow, those fingers. It's a processing machine. Columnists would take crops and turn them into raw materials for the food processors and life support systems. However, it looks like it's been reconfigured. Judging by the data, Miss Bharadwaj and her crew were trying to create a herbicide to fight off the invasive vines. It looks like they partly succeeded, but they may have had to abandon the dome before their work has finished. How so? Well, an automated procedure was initiated, but no one confirmed its completion. By activating the machine again, you've confirmed the procedure. According to this, a successful herbicide was made. The machine should dispense it to the slot beside you. Ooh. You. Ooh. That herbicide can be applied directly to vines. Are there any areas where the vines are getting in your way? Fear not, because the herbicide will clear your way. Herbicide. Ah, making progress. How dare you? Let's see what happens when you apply the herbicide to those vines. Oh no, the vines. The vines seem to have recessed. You can access that area now. Of course. Oh, more plants, more notes. That printed photograph is faded and damaged, but I can still make out its general image. It appears to be a breed of canine known as a corgi, a dog that the dog is at an earth farm of some kind. Corgis are often used for small-scale herding of animals such as bovines. Their diminutive stature allows them to avoid being kicked. Oh, really? Maybe Miss Bharadwaj knows something about this dog. You can ask her about it when you see her in the holo-sim chamber. Corgi! Corgi, corgi, corgi. I'm not a corgi person. I'm more of a terrier. Now, terriers are... I don't know why. Terriers have temper. Of course you'd love a Labrador. Labradors are... adorable. Okay. Chicory flowers. That broken bulb contained chicory, which was often used as a coffee substitute. The flowers look fairly healthy. Unfortunately, prolonged exposure to the air and polluted water there means the plant is only 23% viable for processing. Aww. What about this one? There were flowers that Miss Bharadwaj was growing. She seemed to be using substantial resources purely for aesthetic purposes. A certain percentage of dome production time and materials were dedicated to this for psychological and community purposes. Flowers. Decorations. I don't believe this effort, however, was within the allocated amounts. Miss Bharadwaj seemed to have taken quite an interest in flowers. That what is unclear, however, is whether these were grown during normal production or after the toxins set in. Either way, this broken bulb has been too greatly affected. We cannot use them for our purposes. Chicory flowers. A lot of bulbs here. Photo of dog. Yeah, we could use that against her. people, live dogs. I know, plant type. What is one more. Let me in! Let's see what happens when you apply the herbicide to those pesky vines. Take this, you pesky vines! The vines seem to have recessed. You can access that area now. Aha! Take that. Take that, you leafy vinesings. Can I do it again? I can't? Aw. Alright. Ooh, another Buddha. Oh, it's Florent Marquand, the guy who's been leaving notes for us, man. I know you hate your job. I regret to inform you that you've discovered the body of Florent Marquand. Horticulture technician. His remains are quite old, and your scan reveals little in how he died. There appears to be severe trauma to his skull that could be from a heavy blow or a sudden impact if he fell. There's a ladder there, suggesting he was using it to repair something, but I can't be sure. Could be. Man, poor guy. He was just trying to fix this place. Hopefully it could be used. Garden cress. That's specially modified garden cress. This variety is far more nutritious than its natural version. It looks like the only plant survived, but we're in luck. It's 78% viable for processing. Well, you seem to have scanned everything you're going to find in there. There isn't much more you can do. It's unfortunate that the facility is in such poor shape. At least we were able to salvage something for your food supply. This doesn't solve our long-term goal of stocking the escape ship, but at least it stabilizes things while we keep working. When you're ready, head back to the shuttle and pilot a course back home. That'll be it for today. Oh, wait, there must be something more. Nah. Oh man, should we talk about the bodies? Oh, and that guy really helped us out. This job sucks. Why did you even come in the first place? Oh. Alright. Well, I think we're done. We're done. I think we still have time for the holo-sim. So let's do that. Decontaminate me, beep boop pop, beep beep boop boop boop. Decontaminate, act, bye bye. These poisonous plants that have invaded that dome are strange indeed. We were fortunate to find even a few samples as we did for our use. It looks like Miss Bharadwaj and her staff were scrambling to figure out how to combat the toxin and revive the food system. After the Rift event, so many things fell apart. We're discovering more and more evidence of that. I suppose there's nothing more to be done there. You should get back home and out of that rain. Well, you keep talking to me. I could have walked to my vehicle or shuttle. Currently inaccessible. Except Colony A. Colony A! Yeah, room. First gear. Rabbit, there's a rabbit in the road. Martian rabbit. I'm not sure what planet is this. I think they mentioned it somewhere along. Alright. What should we do? We're back. That was a long day, wasn't it? Come see me right away so we can get your mission scans synced and sorted. And I am a spaceman. I don't know how to clean my space colony. Look at all these things all on the floor. La 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 la. I can't go over here. Inaccessible forever. Okay. Alright, AI core. We're gonna give you all the data. Synchronizing mission. Why do you sound like a dot matrix printer? Is that the future of us? Okay, all the data you collected today is synced and ready to be worked on. You did well out there. Silent protagonist confirms. He nods. Since you went to the Agro-Dome, you'll be able to visit Miss Bharadwaj in the holo-sim chamber tonight. You can retire to your quarters when you're ready. I'll call you when the holo-sim chamber is available. I can't wait to take off my helmet and see my face and not show it to the player. And here we go. Look at this. Ah, take off my helmet. Ah, sit down. Ah, it's so good. Turn off the lights. It's time. It's time. All right. The holo-sim chamber is ready for you now. Just head in when you're ready. Have a good evening. Why do I need to wear my helmet? Am I not safe in my own colony? Space colony with this beautiful scarf in my neck, which is not keeping me warm. What this looks like for accessorizing. Alright, we still got, oh my god, we still have time for this? Oh boy. Alright, let's just try to stretch it. Sorry. Oh, hello there. It's nice to finally get to meet you. I'm aware of your trip today, at the least partly. How did the mission go? It was okay. Just okay? I mean, I hope you got what you needed. If that the AI said was true, you'll need everything you can get. What am I supposed to say, man? I've just been here, tending to my garden. It's odd that now that I'm, well, I guess that I finally get to do what I love. Back at the Agro-Dome, we were under a lot of pressure. Managing the staff and the operation was so important, but if I'm being honest, it was always the plants that I love. The process of it, the puzzle of it all, you know? Tell me more. Well, you know, the others were obsessed with radios or drones or ships. With me, it's always been about plants. When I was little, my family had a small farm, one of the few that were left. By then, agriculture was almost entirely automated. It was illegal to sell the crops we produced, too much regulation, too many companies controlling our food. You probably remember that. So we were only able to feed ourselves, which was also technically illegal. Everything grew as natural, or as close as we could get. But after my parents died, I couldn't afford to keep the farm, to fend off the legal challenges from the companies who claimed they were stealing patented seeds. Well, that's honestly bullshit. And somehow I found my way here. Hudson Cartier gave me my labs, gave me farmland, let me set up greenhouses. All of the rations we had here, those were all designed in my lab, tested in my fields. All I ever wanted was to work with plants. Do you know what I mean? I get you. Really? That's comforting in a way. When you're the director of an operation like that, it's hard to find people who share your passions. I gotta kiss ass. Okay. So that you can help me escape this screwy planet. When I signed up to come out here, I was thrilled with the idea of cultivating and nurturing the entire ecosystem. I mean, Hudson Cartier had a plan, of course. There are stages to terraforming, the ultimate one being really the creation of life. Just imagine it. This whole world, green, lush, vibrant, just like Earth used to be. The promise of that kept me going every day. All I ever wanted was to work with plants. Do you know what I mean? How so? Well, it's like everything else. It's rewarding to be challenged, to break new ground. Plants are like that for me. Maybe it's different for you, but the thrill of seeing life grow between your hands, under your feet, it's magical for me. Especially since this facility is so cold otherwise. All these prefab halls, building block pieces, everything in its place. Plants, flowers, trees, you can only impose so much order on them, you know? They soften the edges, reduce the monotony. But now all I have is this little garden, and it isn't even real, and I guess nor am I. Oh, Earl, what am I gonna do? Well, you don't know what it's like. Going between feeling real alive and then suddenly realizing you're not. It's terrifying. Listen, let's change the subject, otherwise I won't be able to calm down. You must have some questions, something you want to talk about. Sure, I can tell you more about the Agro-Domes. Before everything went askew, it was quite the place. You probably only saw the main agricultural dome. That was where all the production took place. It was really something else. Prior to coming here, we had researched for a decade the kinds of plants we should cultivate. We went through so many trials for suitability, nutrition, efficiency. We couldn't bring the meat or animals. They were just too costly and difficult to manage. But the food processors could take plants and create so much with them. That technology was headed up by a team that Pierre appointed. My job was to find the right plants, the ones that could be used for hundreds of different things. We actually lost more seeds than we expected during space travel here, so in a way, we started behind schedule. Finally, I was able to farm for real, not just to feed myself, but to supply an entire system. I think my parents would have loved it. Is there anything else you'd care to talk about? Let's talk about your staff. Yeah, okay, we can talk about them. Although I warn you, I'm better with plants than I am with people. I think one of the other reasons I love working with plants so much is that they're systems I can understand. People are different. The lab work, farming, it's all complicated and often hard to predict, but people are just more so. Being the chief of the domes reminded me of that. If I'm being honest, I would have preferred to be in the labs all day, not managing people. I'm not sure what I was the best of it. Well, I know I wasn't, although I can't quite remember why. I guess the AI's version of me isn't as complete as it should be. I do remember, however, Ashley. She was the chief genetics researcher. We didn't always see eye to eye. You know, just before the Rift event, I recall us having quite a heated argument. She wanted to push ahead with a new strain of tuber, and I disagreed. Is there anything else you care to talk about? Show dog photo. Oh, that's Charlie, my old dog. Wherever did you find this? Boy, I do miss that old corgi. Poor Charlie. I don't know how long it's been. Before I committed to Hudson Cartier and eventually to this, I had to give him up. He was the best. I tried to make him a working dog, but to be honest, he was kind of lazy. I wasn't great at training at him. Charlie would be sort of pretend to listen to me, but he always had his own agenda. I was a sucker for it. He was just too charming. That scruffy little guy. He's probably, well, gone by now. But the farmer who took him was great to him. I know. Good old Charlie. I'm so glad you brought this to me. It's nice to think about the old farm. It helps me focus. I think I can help even harder with these fixes for your ship now. I can't thank you enough for coming to visit. It does get lonely in here, even if it is beautiful. I hope you come back again. You bet. That would be great. If it helps to talk about these things, go over old details. It'll keep me sharp so I can help you with your ship. I'm gonna go back to my garden now, I suppose. Good luck. I hope to see you again soon. Needy of attention. Huh. And we're exiting the holo-sim chamber. And nothing else here. And it's a good time to end this episode. Thank you for watching. I'm only the one watching. But it's cool. I love doing these. And I enjoyed so much. I love the story. And I'll keep going. Now, this is Minkwarrior. And I'm out of here.